All right. Welcome back to HAZCAR Series Nashville. I know I posted saying that the race would not be run this week due to Thanksgiving, but that's just because I forgot what day Thanksgiving lands on. You see, I thought it was today. It's actually going to be on Thursday. Whole kerfuffle, just yeah. Big ol' thing there. Anyway, today it's the 5 overtimes 180 short race here in Nashville. Trevor Bayne lines up on the pole with Carl Edwards on the outside. Behind them, it's David Gilliland and Kurt Busch. In row 3, it's Juan Pablo Montoya and last week's winner, Bobby Labonte. Lining up on row 4, Kyle Busch and Regan Smith. And to round out the top 10, it is Tyler Reddick and Paul Menard. Now, two guys not starting today. It is J.J. Yaley and Kevin Harvick not making their starts today. Or three guys. Kevin Harvick, J.J. Yaley, and one more person, Jeff Burton, not making their starts today. Regardless, '21 and the '99 line up side by side for today's race. Hopefully we can run a good race today here in Nashville. 1.33 miles long, 56 laps. Stages are lap 14, lap 34, and lap 56. Will there be wrecks? Probably. It's entirely possible. As we roll off of pit road, 68 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a bit of a colder day here in Nashville, Tennessee. Or maybe later into the race, temperatures will heat up and they'll get a bit more grip going. Of course, with colder temperatures comes less heat and less grip. As they come off of 4, pace car going to make a very hard left onto pit road. As they head to the restart zone, Trevor Bayne and Carl Edwards lead the field to the green flag in the 5 overtimes 180. Trevor Bayne with a good start into turn 1. There goes Juan Pablo Montoya down to the bottom. A huge run from the 42. Nashville Super Speedway lives up to its name. It races like a super speedway. There goes Tyler Reddick with Tony Stewart behind. They're going to go down the inside, try to pass Trevor Bayne. Travis Guapel is on pit road. Tyler Reddick on the inside of Trevor Bayne is side by side all the way down. He's got Tony Stewart behind. One lap done, just 13 more to go. As Tony Stewart gets right by the bumper of the 11. Let's look further back. They're 3 wide back here. Kyle Busch is in the middle. Carl Edwards falling way back to his other Roush teammates. You know, Edwards is the only fast Roush car, like really consistently fast Roush car in the field, but now he's falling back to Matt Kenseth in the 17. There goes Regan Smith way down the inside of Tony Stewart. A huge send. They've got Bill Elliott, Joey Logano, and others behind. As they are side by side into turn 3. Here comes Logano. And down the inside, Joey Logano going to take the lead from Regan Smith, but he's got Clint Boyer coming for him. just behind the 33. There's Matt Kenseth with Casey Kane behind him. That Roush Ford. Now they've got Trevor Bayne, Kurt Busch. There's Juan Pablo Montoya. Like I said, they're not going to run 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide. Right now, temperatures are pretty low, but as the track begins to heat up, so too will the racing. Here's Carl Edwards down the inside of Michael Waltrip. He's got David Gilliland ahead. They're 3 wide for most of the field. 3 wide for the lead. Look at this with Robbie Gordon and Joey Logano not letting go of the lead just yet. There goes Clint Bowyer with a risky move between Robbie Gordon and Matt Kenseth. He's going to hold it, stick it to the number 20 for Joe Gibbs Racing. The number 21, that's Trevor Bayne. Look at him, he's still holding strong. Oh no, Andy Lally off the bumper, the 34. A big crash on the front straightaway. Involves Carl Edwards and Regan Smith. And that will bring out the first caution of the day. And Clint Bowyer gets to the line first. The 71 got spun off the bumper of the 34. And yeah, just coming off a 4. 34 came up, or was it the 71 that came down? 34 kind of came up into 71. And that just, man, brought Carl Edwards, brought Regan Smith, Truex as well. Yeah, thankfully not too many cars involved with an impact. There's Brad Keselowski with a bit of a hit. Someone popped up. I think it was the number 2 car. Yeah, he popped up off the bumper, the 39. And, yeah. As drivers make their picks, are they going to stay on pit road or are they not going to stay on pit road? Logano is the first off of pit road. As Clint Bowyer has a slow stop. And many stay out. Excuse me. And so that puts Bobby Labonte in the lead with Jamie McMurray, Robbie Gordon, Juan Pablo Montoya, and Kurt Busch behind. And so as we're under caution, look at all these guys coming off of pit road. Last one off of pit road is the 71. Ryan Newman, Regan Smith suffered some big damage. Carl Edwards, not so much. He actually looks like he might still be in the cards. You know, didn't have too hard of a hit. The 78 went way out into the wall. Excuse me. So that puts Carl Edwards in a still potentially good place for maybe not the stage, but the race win for sure. And there's just one lap to green here. Bobby Labonte. As there is no lap traffic. Bobby Labonte and Jamie McMurray gonna line up side by side as they split off double file. Bobby Labonte and Jamie McMurray. Bobby Labonte is, of course, last week's winner in Quebec. Now we're back in the U.S. That was a good race. This one could be even better. Here we go. 47 in the number 1 car. They're going to lead us to just a couple laps to go in stage 1. Jamie McMurray with an incredible start. Green flag back out. 4 laps to go in stage number 1. Bobby Labonte and Jamie McMurray are side by side. There goes Robbie Gordon. Way down at the inside. Kurt Busch. Look at Kurt Busch way down the inside. 3 wide, 4 wide behind them. Greg Biffle way on the bottom. He's going to challenge for the lead now. Look at that. Look at behind, all the way back here. Unbelievable stuff. As Dale Jr. is on the inside. Dale Jr. shoots way out in front. He's got Joey Logano creeping up on him. He's got Matt Kenseth way out behind the 17. They're 4 wide. They are 4 wide for second. Dale Earnhardt Jr. leads this pack. Matt Kenseth has got Tyler Reddick behind him, who's going to leave him out to dry. Casey Kane sends it 3 wide. 2 to go in stage 1. Into turn 1, Casey Kane with a huge lunge. He's going to threaten Dale Jr. for the stage win. Casey Kane has not had much success this season. He may turn that around now. Here comes Jamie McMurray, though. Said, I helped you get where you are. Never mind. Here goes Jamie McMurray down the inside. All the way now. 1 lap to go in stage 1. And Juan Pablo Montoya takes the lead from Jamie McMurray. There goes Robbie Gordon, though, down the inside. He's got Michael Waltrip. And Michael Waltrip is going to challenge Juan Pablo Montoya off of turn 4. It's going to be a race to the line. It's Montoya in stage 1. Caution does not fly. Caution now does fly. Caution flies a lap late. But make no mistake, we will use the previous standings. Montoya still gets the stage win. It was close. Waltrip and Montoya separated by a little over a car length at the line. It was pretty close. I will say so myself. As everyone's coming down pit road under the stage caution here. Those who stay out are Tyler Reddick, Robbie Gordon, David Rudiman, Jimmy Johnson, Trevor Bayne, and Ryan Newman. Everyone else is coming down. I'm sure Carl Edwards will spend a little extra time on pit road to make sure his car is truly up to pace. The rest of the field, Juan Pablo Montoya has been on a bit of a surge. He's been on a bit of a surge recently. Yeah, you see the 99 is still a little bent up on the front end. Not going to spend extra time for repairs. He said, I'm happy with the way my car is driving now. We needed a quick stop, and a quick stop is what we got. And so Tyler Reddick has just 1 lap to the green flag. Pocono winner Jimmy Johnson, as well as 2-time winner this season. 2 or 1 or 2? Only 1-time winner this season. Back in Texas. Trevor Bayne. Reddick not yet scored a win. And so, Tyler Reddick and Robbie Gordon are going to take the field off of 4. And that number 11, filling in for Denny Hamlin, of course, going to bring us back to the green flag. A good start for the 11. Means he's going to hold strong on the lead there into turn 1. He's got Rudiman still, though. Kind of a threat here. That Michael Waltrip 00 car. Look at that. 4 wide behind Michael Waltrip on the very bottom of the racetrack as they try to find their way around Ryan Newman. Bill comes down pit road. And they're 3 wide for the lead. Mark Martin and Joey Logano take it 3 wide on Paul Menard down the inside. Casey Kane couldn't quite nab the stage 1 win. Can he nab stage 2? Ruderman nearly gets turned by Tyler Reddick. Carl Edwards isn't finding the pace he's needing. His car is still a little bent up on the front end. As they come onto the front straightaway, Ruderman not in a spot he's typically finding himself in. And yeah, cars like David Gilliland are just oh so slow on track. That early race caution really didn't do them well, though. There goes Jimmy Johnson, though, on the inside with Kyle Busch behind. And the RCR 27. And that's a close one, but Jimmy Johnson holds the lead for just 1 more lap. Here's Kyle Busch. He's got Paul Menard on the inside, 4 wide, down for 2 rows as they now slip back. Johnson on the top, still 4 wide. And they're going to go 4 wide again. Joey Logano on the bottom of this 4 wide pack. A huge send by the 20 with the 17 behind of Matt Kenseth. Paul Menard holds the lead strong. Joey Logano on the inside of Paul Menard. He's got a huge run down the back straightaway. As they come into turn 3, Menard's going to try to hold the top there with Kyle Busch behind him, but it's going to be Logano. And they're 4 wide for the lead. Tyler Reddick, David on the bottom of Matt Kenseth. Oh no, that's looking a bit choppy. That could have been bad. Busch nearly went up into the wall and into Michael Waltrip, but he kept it steady. Somehow, I have no idea how he did that. Here's Montoya. The pack really starting to build back up. 4 wide for multiple rows. David Ruderman still fighting Robbie Gordon. And yeah, where's Carl Edwards? There he is. He's fighting with the 71. He is several miles off the pace. Montoya way out in front. That Chip Ganassi 42. Just 8 to go. 9 to go in stage 1 as they encounter David Gilliland, who's going to hold the top as they lap him. Still fighting hard for the lead. Look at that, 3 wide. There goes Bobby Labonte down the inside of Jamie McMurray, 3 wide. In a turn 3 for the lead. Of course, we've got Dave Blaney coming out of nowhere, but really, there's Clint Boyer out of nowhere. Yeah, tight battles for the lead here. Matt Kenseth down the inside with Juan Pablo Montoya behind. Where is Trevor Bayne? The 21 that back here with Jeff Gordon and such. Kind of mid-pack pace. Montoya and Kenseth fight hard for the lead. There's Stevie Wallace down the inside of the 42. As we continue to run green, Robbie Gordon runs a huge dive down the inside. Excuse if I lose a bit of the enthusiasm. I'm pretty tired. And Kurt Busch, look at Kurt Busch, he came back out of nowhere. What a comeback from the 22 as he turns the 36 down the racetrack. Gives him, honestly, a bit of an advantage, if I do say so myself. That was nearly bad. 22 tried to take advantage of the run he got, kind of went for it a bit too early. Clint Boyer getting turned by absolutely everyone right now. Reagan turned to the 33. Sent him way down the racetrack. 4 to go in stage 1. As Robbie Gordon holds the lead strong and they're 4 wide. David Reagan with a huge send down the bottom with his Roush teammate behind him. Matt Kenseth, who slows up. A bit scared to push the car on these older tires. Gordon now holds the lead very strongly. Now just 3 to go in stage 2. Here comes Dave Blaney, though, to challenge Robbie Gordon. And he goes right side by side. That was close. That might have been a tie. Wow. 2 to go in stage 2. Blaney down the inside of David Gilliland. As Jimmy Johnson is challenging the 36. But here's the 6. And the 48 down the inside. 1 lap to go in stage number 2. As the caution flies, but they got to make it one more time around. There goes the 6. The 11 fighting hard. Kyle Busch is going to push the 11 down into turn 1. It's going to be close. David Reagan and Tyler Reddick take it all the way to the line. Reddick! Almost. Who knows who got that one? Let's review. An incredibly close finish for stage number 1. Let's take it to back to the cameras here. The 3 wide finish for stage number 2. As their side, oh man, it's so close. Can't even tell. As it is 3 wide finish for stage 2. Let's. You look at. Yeah, you can't tell who won that. Look at our high speed here, and it looks like it's Tyler Reddick for the stage win. All right. Excuse me. Yeah, look, Tyler Reddick wins stage 2 by a mere couple inches. Look at that. Wow! Look at that 11 car. He's barely out front. It's Tyler Reddick. He's the winner of stage 2. Scoring has them at just 2/1000ths of a second. Unbelievable margin there for the number 11 car. As stage 2 comes to a close. Unbelievable. That's just a taste of what's to come for the end of this race. We will see. We will see. Robbie Gordon stays out of pit road. Everyone else, though, looks like is coming down. Except for Gilliland. Gilliland stays off of pit road. Even these guys, the big old damaged boys, stay off of pit road, I guess. Oh, Gilliland's got to stay out because he's a lap down, isn't he? Right? Like, where's Bill Elliott? Bill Elliott ain't on pit road either, is he? Yeah. They got to stay out because they're lap down. So they'll be coming down, presumably this time by... As David Reagan gets off of pit road first with Kyle Busch. That is Dave Blaney. And then Bobby Labonte, and then Mark Martin, Paul Menard, Michael Waltrip, Tyler Reddick, Joe Nemechek, Jimmy Johnson, Terry Labonte, Joey Logano, Brian Keselowski, then Matt Kenseth, Dale Jr., Clint Boyer, Brian Vickers, Juan Pablo Montoya, Stevie Wallace, Greg Biffle, Jamie McMurray, the number 2 car, Brad Keselowski, number 4, Casey Kane, Andy Lally, David Rudiman, Model Cap, Kurt Busch, Jeff Gordon, Martin Truex, Tony Stewart, Trevor Bayne, Regan Smith, Ryan Newman, Carl Edwards. There goes Robbie Gordon down pit road. A bit of a bad move in my decision, taking a late stop under caution. Guess it might not be scheduled. Might not be a scheduled stop, but we'll see. As cars begin to make their way around the lap cars of Bill Elliott and David Gilliland. .34 and 09 are slow on track. Where's Ambrose? Ambrose out? Oh, that's who else didn't start. Ambrose. Marcos Ambrose also did not start. The split off double file, David Reagan and Kyle Busch, 2 remnants from that stage finish. They'll come off of turn 4. Pace car with a hard left. And David Reagan and Kyle Busch lead the field back to the green flag. Stage 3 underway. It's time to fight for the race win. Kyle Busch with a huge jump out front. That's going to give him the edge on the restart. Dave Blaney who's got Mark Martin behind. Those two, they're going to try to rally up through the field. And they're going to fight for the lead. Temperatures have remained relatively stagnant. They ran 4 wide. Now only 3 wide. Mark Martin, huge margin out front. Might as well call him Mark Margin. No, I'm sorry. But yeah, Mark Martin, huge margin out front. Got Brian Keselowski with Dale Jr. though. Those two tandeming. They'll come out ahead. Jimmy Johnson goes down pit road. These two fighting hard. Brian Keselowski has not won a race this season. He's been running the back for most of the year. He wants a win. A win would do him very good. Bill Elliott, struggling in the corner, is going to slow him way down. As cars pass by on the top, there goes Jimmy McMurray and Joey Logano. Brian Keselowski holding the lead hard. That 92 car. But there's Dale Jr. with help from Joe Nemechek. He comes down the inside. And he's going to take the lead from Brian Keselowski as they go 3 wide behind him. Of course, with the 92 on top, Nemechek on the bottom. There's 3 wide. Vickers, as Nemechek challenges Dale Jr. for the lead. Vickers. Vickers with a hard charge, trying to pass the 87. Battle of the 80s, 83, 88, and 87. They really are fighting hard up there. As Vickers comes down the inside, finally of the 87, to pass Joe Nemechek, David Reagan. Behind, with help from Kurt Busch. They run a pretty stable 3-wide field now. There goes David Gilliland. He's a bit of an obstacle. He's going to stick the top as per usual. The only really good move he can make in that situation is going to put David Reagan out front. The Roush number 6 in caution flies. Oh, it's a spin on the front straightaway. Mark Martin probably spun in the midst of all that. Oh no, they went 5 wide for just a moment. Put Martin in the wall. Tried to just wrap it around all the way. But, with the 36 car being slow, the 36 and the 88, that sent them both around, bringing up the caution. There could have been some real hard contact there, so it's a good thing they all managed to avoid on that apron there. But that will bring out the third caution of the day. Got a bit of trouble in the front straightaway. There we go. They get in line. Everyone looks to stay out of pit road. And as Vickers holds the lead, not much has changed in the running order. Got trouble in turn 1 though. Drivers forget how to go around each other. There they go. Now Truex. And we're 2 wide. Double file in turn 4. Brian Vickers and David Reagan are going to bring it back to the green flag, hopefully for the rest of this race. The rest of the field lines up just in time for the green flag back out in Nashville. Elapsed traffic would cause some kind of trouble today, and there it was. Here comes Tyler Reddick. A huge send by the 11. Robbie Gordon down the bottom. Robbie Gordon. Look at the 7. He's got Michael Waltrip behind. 4 wide with Casey Kane and others. As Waltrip is way out front. Fighting hard. There comes the 20. Joey Logano. For just 7 more laps around Nashville. Around Nashville Super Speedway. Here in the 5 overtimes 180. Paul Menard now overtakes Joey Logano. He's got Dale Jr. behind them. Never count Dale Jr. out until it really is too late for the 88. And there goes Terry Labonte down the bottom. Reddick not letting go just yet. Reddick's got a huge run. Helps push the 32 out front. Joey Logano, Reddick's teammate. Reddick doesn't know if he should risk being clear of the 20. Stays up high, gives the 20 the room below. They run so close together. Reagan out in front. Rudeman behind. We've got 5 more to go. Coming up on 4 to go. 4 laps to go in Nashville. David Rudeman holding it out strong. This win would do wonders for Michael Waltrip Racing. But here comes Brian Vickers and Kyle Busch. They're 3 wide. Bobby Labonte nearly 4 wide. Unbelievable. And the 47, won in Quebec last week, wants to double up. 3 laps to go in Nashville. The 47, Bobby Labonte. Here they come, off of 4. Oh no, Labonte turns Ruderman. Kyle Busch gets out front, 2 laps to go. Chaos as Ruderman comes up on track right next to his owner, Michael Waltrip. Reagan gonna pass Kyle Busch down the inside. A huge lunge for the 6. As they come off of turn 4, 1 lap to go. In Nashville in the 5 overtimes 180. No turning back now. Tyree Labonte with his brother Bobby right behind him. The white flag is flying as Bobby Labonte. He's got the lead locked, but there goes Jamie McMurray. Jamie McMurray down the inside. This one's gonna be close. As they come off of turn 4, Jamie McMurray is gonna have challenging from Kurt Busch. It's gonna be close. Kurt Busch wins in Nashville. And a huge win, first win of the season for Kurt Busch. At the line, pulls it off. An incredible finish here in Nashville. Expect to see more of the same from the Cup Series tomorrow. Let's look at that. Look at this, Kurt Busch. Oh, an incredible last lap rally. Finds himself right behind Jamie McMurray. Overtakes about 5 cars there in just 1 turn. And then thinks, okay, I'm just going to push Jamie to the win. Right? He goes down the inside. Both the Labonte brothers lose out on this one. And you find yourself on the inside. And right at the line, he gets ahead. An unbelievable win for Kurt Busch. Who took it all the way down to the apron. And with nothing but a fender length of space between the 1 and the 22, means Kurt Busch is the winner of the 5 overtimes 180. An unbelievable race here in Nashville. Surpassed expectations. So it's sort of above our expectations for today. An incredible race. Congratulations to Kurt Busch and the entire Penske 22 team. Catch us next time tomorrow for Cup Series. It's a very short race. The short ones are always the best ones. It was a 30-something minute race. But you know what? Appreciate the little things. Kurt Busch wins. Tune in tomorrow for the Cup Series. You're just going to see more of this greatness. I've got work to do on the track file, though.